Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to take a closer look at my second favorite semiconductor company, Advanced Micro Devices, ticker AMD. The company today held their AI event where they talked about the MI300 and a lot of the other AI solutions that they're coming up with in the upcoming quarters and the upcoming months. So in today's episode, what I want to do is take a closer look at everything that's happening and also how the overall market is doing. So let's take a closer look in today's episode. So AMD closed at $116.82, down roughly 1.3%. So I watched the event. The event is pretty cool, and I don't believe this is necessarily anything specific with AMD. We can see a lot of other semiconductor companies. Your favorite Intel is down roughly 1.5%, and NVIDIA was down roughly 2.2% today. So this does seem to be like an overall market thing. So the first thing that really caught my attention was how the AI market is evolving. They mentioned that for 2023 is expected to be a $45 billion market in AI accelerators for the data center space. This is expected to grow at a 70% compounded annual growth rate. And this would lead to 2027 of roughly $400 billion plus. If this market expands this crazy in the next 4 to 5 years, I do believe it's going to be an amazing time to be an AI investor for companies like NVIDIA, for companies like AMD, and even for Intel, who's also working on data centers AI accelerators. But I do believe this kind of market opportunity is going to draw in more competition, and we're going to start to see that as the kind of years progress.
I want to thank The Motley Fool for sponsoring this video, and check out fool.com/Jose for the 10 best stocks to buy now. With that link, you get a promotional offer for their subscription service. Now, let's continue with today's episode.
So the main event, AMD pretty much talked about the MI300X and a lot of the software and hardware solutions that are included with the MI300 platform. Also the MI300A, which is the mixture of the GPU and the CPU. So in the top level, some of the cool products that they announced is that Microsoft is going to be one of the big cloud server providers that's going to include the MI300X, and they already have virtual machines working right now under preview or in preview right now. And this bodes well, but we did hear from Microsoft about 2 weeks ago during Microsoft Ignite that MI300X was coming to their cloud platform. Obviously bodes well. But outside of that, AMD also announced numerous new cloud server providers or big companies that are working in the data center market. For example, Meta has shared that the company is adding MI300X accelerators to its data centers. We also see Oracle is planning on kind of including MI300X as in part of their bare model compute solutions. So this is pretty impressive, and this is something that I believe not maybe investors were expecting. We did hear from earnings that, hey, look, that they had some cloud server providers and some big names, but right off the bat, before the product even coming out, you have Microsoft, you have Meta, and you have Oracle, and I do believe that does bode well for investor and does showcase that even being the second place in this market allows you to have big name customers like these that I just mentioned. I do want to say thank you guys for the support. If you haven't, make sure to hit the thumbs up and the subscribe button. More importantly, if you want to learn about the semiconductor market, I do have a membership program here on YouTube. Just click join to learn more. I recently released new videos on AMD and NVIDIA on recent conferences, key points. So make sure to check that out if you want to learn more. I hope you guys are enjoying the video, so stay tuned. And also check out my special offer at fool.com/Jose. Other things that they kind of showcased here were how big server providers and infrastructure providers are also announcing numerous solutions with AMD. For example, Dell is integrating their Power Edge solutions with it. We also heard HPE did the same. Lenovo is doing the same. And even some of the people's favorite infrastructure company right now, Supermicro, announced to kind of offer MI300 GPUs across their AI solutions. So we can see not only cloud providers, but we see the infrastructure players also working really nice with AMD. So I do believe the MI300 has been one of their best releases. The MI250 was great, but it never saw the kind of recognition like the MI300 is seeing. Maybe because it is a different market and because of the AI market is nice and hyped right now that the MI300 is getting some love. But it does kind of showcase how things are progressing for AMD, right? Outside of that, AMD also announced numerous updates to their software solutions, the ROCm. And they do mention with a lot of these updates, they're seeing great performance boost. Some other great things here, they did mention that OpenAI is also adding support for AMD Instinct accelerators to Triton 3.0, which is going to provide out-of-the-box support for AMD accelerators. And throughout the kind of event, AMD showcased numerous leaders here in the AI market that are kind of providing out-of-the-box support for AMD hardware. So again, it's kind of showcasing that now there's another kid on the block outside of NVIDIA with their GPUs. Throughout the event, AMD was not shy also of kind of comparing their AMD MI300X to NVIDIA's H100, which I thought was pretty interesting. They also showcased that in certain solutions like inferencing, for example, the MI300X is a better solution because of its better memory, its higher memory usage. They do mention because of the high memory this product does provide, it is the only option on the market capable of running inference for a 70 billion parameter model like Llama 2 on a single accelerator, which obviously bodes well for things like total cost of ownership. So AMD is really showcasing that, hey, look, we have not only the power, the performance to some extent to the H100, but we also have some benefits with things like total cost of ownership. Here, for example, they took a closer look at the MI300 versus the H100 in some AI kernel performance products. We can see how in these solutions, the MI300X outperforms the H100. I do want to remind investors that NVIDIA in the upcoming quarters is expected to release the H200, so it might be a different kind of market there when NVIDIA releases their next products. AMD believes that for things like training, the MI300X has equal performance as the H100 when looking at single servers with 8 times GPUs, but where the real leadership comes is in inferencing, where the MI300X on single server 8x GPUs, it does a lot higher. I do believe it's pretty interesting how AMD only really compares it to 8x GPUs, as NVIDIA, when they showcase a lot of their solutions, they're showcasing the super clusters of thousands and hundreds of GPUs. So it does seem like maybe there's different market opportunities for both players and different solutions here and there. Another thing that AMD actually also is kind of comparing with NVIDIA is NVIDIA has their XGX platform. AMD also has a platform where they connect eight GPUs together, or 8 MI300X, and here they have it. They call it their MI300X platform, and they compare their MI300X platform to NVIDIA's H100. Some other interesting things that AMD announced were how they are bringing AI solutions to a variety of their products. Normally, we only talk about ROCm because that is for data center GPUs, but they have Zen DNN and Vitis AI, which are AI solution softwares for the CPU market and for the embedded market. Another thing that I thought was pretty interesting, AMD is actually opening up their AMD Instinct Infinity Fabric ecosystem to innovators and strategic partners. This is kind of their networking solution, and I do believe the main reason AMD is doing this is because they don't really have that kind of solution like NVIDIA has with Mellanox, where they don't have a straight acquisition in the networking play, that instead they're going to play nice with other players in this space and kind of make an open ecosystem here. The biggest win, in my opinion, of AMD right now is in high performance computing, and that's also thanks to their CPU. We can see here OpenFOAM is roughly 4 times faster on an MI300A, which is the CPU GPU combo, versus the NVIDIA H100. Again, I do believe a lot of this has to do with kind of the CPU performance as well. And they do mention that compared to Grace Hopper, their high performance computing performance is 2 times better when looking at performance per watt. The final thing I want to take a closer look at is Ryzen AI and their XDNA platform, which is the chip that goes in the CPUs to help offset a lot of these AI workloads. It is the integrated NPU. And AMD has mentioned that they shipped roughly over millions of Ryzen AI PCs in 2023, and they expect to ship more in 2024. But they did announce the next generation, the 8040 series, which is going to be better than the 7040 series and includes better AI performance. And they also say it has better performance compared to Intel's high 13900H platform in forms of multi-threading, in forms of gaming and content creation. They also mentioned that outside outside of that, outside of the 8040, they are also working on the next generation of AMD Ryzen AI, which will be their XDNA 2. So we definitely see how the AI market and AI workloads are coming to the consumer space as we're seeing a lot new chips enter that market right now. So overall, I thought the event was pretty good. It does show the strength that they have in the AI market. I do believe there's plenty of opportunity for AMD here to grow. And if it does grow at those rapid levels, I do believe AMD can benefit as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Take care, have a good day, and see you next time.